Here we are at our Strasbourg Airbnb, and it was a trek to get here from the train station. You have to factor in the cobblestone streets, which the luggage doesn't particularly like, but we made it here. No thanks to Siri, who didn't want to give us the directions at first, but finally did. And it's lovely. It's beautiful.
So we're in the cathedral and we're going to see the clock. It was built in the 1400s, I think. And it's very exciting. I can't wait to see this. I'm looking forward to it.
Attention, l'horloge va sonner. C'est le petit ange à gauche sur le balcon qui donne un premier signal. Le vieillard plus haut devant la mort. Et au passage du 12e apôtre, le coq chante pour la 3e et dernière fois.
We had to come to France to get Seattle's best coffee.
So we're having breakfast on our first morning, and the pastries are called snails, escargot, petits, like that.
I feel like I'm home in France. It's really, really nice. I like it here a lot. But I'm here with my sweetie Diane, so that makes it all the better.
This bridge is called the Bridge of Tortures because in the 1400s, I think it was, they would sew people up in cloth sacks who had been convicted of stealing, and they would dump them in the river and let them drown. Later on, things got a lot better, and they would put them in cages on the bridge and let people walk by and mock them, and then they would throw them overboard and make them swim for safety. That's how we did it in those days. So we walked into this random courtyard and we said, look, there's a tree growing in this courtyard, and then there's all this fruit on the ground, and we realize it's a chestnut tree, which are no longer in America.
This water over here is going to have a boat on it, and we're going to be in the boat, and we're going to go up this canal and see some sights. I don't know what we're going to see, and they'll probably speak in French, so we won't know what they're saying, but we'll get to see something, which is pretty good.
We are in the Strasbourg train station waiting for our train to Wissembourg, and no idea where we're supposed to go as usual.
So behind me is one of the oldest Roman churches in Alsace, and we're in Wissembourg, and going to a party at Rachel's place down the street here. And so, yeah, they won't let us in because I'm a Methodist.
Is it your birthday?
Well, it was two months ago, so the damage is done. Now it's all about party. So this is my little sister, Bessie. Yeah, a sister from another mother, another father.
Ah oui, hein. La sœur qui vient du soleil. Yeah. Alors, dis-moi tout. Moi,
Écoute, qu'est-ce que déjà tu penses niveau quantité? On est bon là, non?
pour aujourd'hui, oui, non. Même pour demain.
Bah oui, j'ai l'intention de mettre un peu de côté parce que si les gens se
Oui,
des annulations.
Do you want to Merci.
Merci. Pour toi? Voilà. Je ramène pour ton nœud, d'accord?
On va présenter, ça c'est notre travail.
Oui.
Aujourd'hui, we present it. We are very looking forward to party for Rachel. Bye bye.
I make the flowers with the colors of the flag. I hope it's nice and we have a nice evening with Rachel and all the friends.
I'ma give it all I got. It may not be my birthday, but I just wanna celebrate. I just wanna celebrate, 'cause it's a good day, good life. I just wanna celebrate all night.
Here we are in Wissembourg, France, which sounds like Germany, but it's not. And we are getting ready to go to another birthday party.
So sweet of you.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, finishes of his stuff. But you know what?
This is a traction Citroën from 1954. So it's going to be 70, yeah. And so yeah, drive it for weddings and such.
We're at this bucolic place in Wiesenberg, and we've been at this party, which has been really wonderful with our friend Rachel. But this is the kind of scenery you get to have when you're here. And there's the stream that rolls by, and then there's the church in the background, and there are these open green fields. And I feel really fortunate to have been able to make this trip with Diane. It's just a very special time. You have the Fiat, the Peugeot, the Honda, the Chevy, and then you have the Renault, and this is a Twingo. Twingo, I'm driving my Twingo. I don't need lingo when I'm driving my Twingo. Voila! Let's go!
This is our Airbnb in Colmar, and now we go down the steps. Here, this is considered the first floor, and the bottom floor is considered the 0th floor. So the 3rd floor is really the 2nd floor. It's all very confusing, but would you like to see the Airbnb? No? Okay, here we go. It's Little Venice in Colmar, France. The market hall. Fruits and vegetables and cheese and bread and wine and beer and coffee and anything else, you don't need it. Free cheese in France. Now for some bread. clothes with our frocks. Here we are at the Chateau of the Sofas. Just kidding. It's a cachet. We don't know how to say it, but it's a chateau and we're all in. You'll notice that the dungeon is adjacent to the chapel. That's all I'm saying.
This is a Roman theater in the middle of the town of Autun. And I really wanted to see this because it still stands today, and they must have put on all kinds of theater events here. And it's just amazing to me to see this. I thought, what is this? And then I thought, I'll just turn it and see. It's a doggy drinking fountain.
long drive, but really worth it. This is our Airbnb in the national park, and it's pretty amazing.
So after Diane's eloquent talk about how wonderful this place is, we realized that she left the key in the front door, which locked. And now I have to go out the window to get the key to open the door. Voila.
So we're in the little village of Corancy, which is where our Airbnb is. And everything's very old, very, very old. But beautiful and quiet. Everything's very, very quiet. No dogs barking, no people. It's beautiful. Doing just a little inspection. They don't look very good, but they're, I think, slate tiles. And I guess they do the job. Clear cutting. Guess that's okay here because there are plenty of trees. Plenty of trees. Yes, you do.
No, I don't. Oh my God! These are bad dreams. We don't know where we are, so Diane's going to go down the road and scout it out and see if it's passable. We are driving in our Twingo. It is a Renault, and we are driving to some place that I don't know, but we're having a swell time. Here we go. Roundabout, roundabout.
Do we like roundabouts?
We have gotten used to roundabouts. They're much better than the roundabouts in the United States. To the right here? There is no place like McDonald's when you're in France. We needed to use the toilets, and I needed to have some food that I understood. N'est-ce pas? Aquí, which means here in Spanish. However, we are having a swell time, and c'est bon. Voila.
Déjà vu is a French word which I think means been there, done that. And here we are at McDonald's recreating our last trip to France where we went to McDonald's to get into the air conditioning and out of the heat. In this case, we wanted to get into the restrooms and get something to eat. I made a little rhyme. That's the little town of Vézelay. No idea if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but that's kind of how it's spelled. That's our window, right there, for our Airbnb. It's beautiful. A little dangerous, but beautiful. Very smoky out here. I don't know why. Behind me is one of the original walls of the Abbey. It was built in sometime around 1100. They said it had all the cellars and the kitchens and all the parts of the Abbey before they built the new Abbey. A door just my size.
Legend has it that Mary Magdalene's skeleton is buried here. Now I have to question that because I think she met Jesus somewhere in Rome, in Italy, in Israel. I don't really know where they met up, but I'm pretty sure she didn't end up in France. If so, how did she do it? Oh, maybe it was a miracle. Maybe she's in here. Maybe she's buried here. The legend was Mary got on a boat without rudders or oars and traveled to Provence. This was after Jesus died. She wanted to escape persecution and thought Provence would be a good destination. Then, 20 or 30 years later, she died. No resurrection for her. Allegedly, her bones, or relics, somehow made it to Vézelay. And because of that, pilgrims decided to head to Vézelay to have some miracles bestowed on them. With so many people coming to Vézelay, it was decided they needed to build a bigger abbey church. And to offset the cost of the building, taxes, of course. Well, this ticked off the peasants, and in 1106, they killed the abbot. Then the coup mortel. Charles II, also known as Charles the Bald, decided to erect a Dominican convent at La Sainte-Baume. And lo and behold, Mary's shrine was found intact. And the local Dominican friars compiled an account of miracles they attributed to Mary's relics. As a result, Vézelay's position as the principal shrine of Mary went kaput.
we have left our last stopover in the town of Bellac. We have no idea how to actually say that. And we are now on our way to Vernon, which is in the Normandy area, where we will be staying at an apartment owned by our friend Karen, and we will get to see Karen.
10 things we learned in France. 1. Spry old women can climb a gazillion stairs, as long as they get a nap. 2. The French can hardly believe Americans can drive a stick shift. 3. The French don't litter. 4. It's tough finding a suitable restroom. 5. Cafes close just when you get hungry.
There are croissants in there that have not been eaten, but it's closed and we can't get in.
6. McDonald's doesn't serve French cuisine unless you order French fries. 7. Bob's Big Boy is almost as popular as Charles de Gaulle. 8. Building codes are very different in France.
I am being terrified to go down the stairs with no railing. I think I'll sleep on the floor in the kitchen.
9. Vaseline needs to be smeared on the camera lens when recording old women. And 10. The radar in France works. Don't speed on the roadways.